Hi everyone, Emily here. I have today a stone called Phenakite. It is a very interesting little stone. I only have just a really small little, in my little jars here. It's a very little crystal. It is really small. I haven't quite figured out if that was because it was so expensive or what, but it's one that I ordered, and I ordered it with a pack of 12 different, I'll just say like the kite family. So anyway, so it's a really small piece, but I used it, and it was kind of fascinating. So here I'll give you the lowdown on it. So the places I got this information from is ravencrystals.com, meanings.crystalsandjewelry.com, and of course Judy Hall, my favorite. So Phenakite is spelled two different ways. It's Phenacite or Kite. It is a Gemini zodiac sign, vibration of a number 9, so it's a very high vibration stone. You can find it in Madagascar, Russia, Zimbabwe, and Brazil. So there's some really interesting places there. It resonates with the crown, higher crown, and third eye chakras. You can also find it in Colorado, in the U.S. here, and which is really interesting because it's the only location for it in the U.S. is Colorado. So a lot of really interesting crystals come out of Colorado. So it's a multi-dimensional healer and works beyond the physical level. So you're really looking into a lot of your psychic healing and your aura healing and your on a whole multitude of different levels. It's known to produce a fountain effect in which golden energy pours in from the highest realms of being on down. So it's a really fascinating, and I'm going to do more research on this specific stone, but it can take you back to a point in your past. It's, how do I say this? And it can take you back, and it can restructure what happens in your past, or what has happened in your past, so that you may move forward and feel as though it never happened. So a bad or traumatic event, or any kind of event at all, somebody that you knew for a brief moment, anything that kind of had a little bit of a significant moment enough to affect you now, it can go back and help heal that and get rid of it, so that it basically is just like it said, like it's never even happened. In this or any other life, actually, too. So if you're a person who believes in multiple lives, past lives, karmic life, it actually has a pretty significant effect for that. It's one of the highest crystal vibrations discovered as yet. Phenakite connects personal consciousness to a supra frequency, not super, but supra frequency, and contacts angelic realms and the ascended masters. So in one of my previous videos that I did, I talked about the ascension process. As I'm going through this, I'm learning a little bit more about the ascension process, and now I've discovered rather, the ascension masters. So that's all a part of that. So again, if you are interested in that process or learning more about it, if you've never heard of it before, Google it, look it up, try and get some information on it so that you have some ground to stand on when those phrases come up. It resonates with the etheric body, activates the light body, and facilitates the ascension process. So there it is again, the ascension process coming into play. It's a soul healer. It also amplifies the energy of other crystals. So if you are in connection, say you've done a crystal grid and you want to really boost your effects from your stones, you can use that Phenakite stone within that grid to really give you some supercharged crystal energy there. So it purifies the body and clears energy. So it really helps with chakra balancing and aura cleansing, as well as helping with your energy and your soul, even helping to clear it and add more energy to it and heal it essentially. Let's see. Trying to go through my notes here. Madagascar Phenakite. Very interesting there. It's an interdimensional and intergalactic, and it is. My notes are all messed up, and so is my brain. So it must be the Phenakite. It is interdimensional and intergalactic. So it plays a function on many realms. The Brazilian Phenakite has its own crystal guardian that it carries. So, and then clear Phenakite assists in interdimensional travel and facilitates assessing vibratory spiritual states that would not normally be reached from Earth. I had to write that down so that I got it right. So that is some really super interesting information there. I can't wait to kind of delve into that some more. The spirit of this stone is profoundly joyful and teaches that life and spiritual evolution should be fun. So I do remember when I actually meditated with this stone before falling asleep. Kind of funny. And I had it on my third eye, and it was really kind of a journey. It was really exciting, very exhilarating. I was all over the place. I don't remember right now if I had a specific dream, but I know I had many that were really like, just very exciting and very thrilling, and it was really kind of an interesting situation. So, but it was definitely enough to remember that it was an exciting stone to play with. So, if it's mixed with red feldspar, it accelerates your consciousness to. So lift off into lightness of being. Right. So obstacles will just melt away in your life, and it'll help relieve any blockages that you've got going on. It can come in yellow, white, light red, pink, and even brown, it says. So that was some pretty interesting ones there. I've only ever seen the white. Oh, sorry. I've only ever seen the white. You can see it in there. And it's, I don't know, it kind of looks like a little tooth, but anyway. The name Phenakite comes from the Greek word phenes, which means deceiver or liar. That's interesting also, because its growth patterns often look like other minerals. So when I have it out and I'm looking at it, I was really nervous about getting it confused with my quartz, right? So here it is again. It's got an opaqueness to it, so it's very easily mistaken for quartz or any other kind of, like, even rose quartz, because it's just deceiving that way. It also can resemble tourmaline or topaz, and sometimes even diamonds. So I've actually heard that this is such a rare crystal that some people actually use it in place of their diamonds. So that's kind of fun. Except for the fact that, if people really try and go that route, then it's going to be worse off than the diamonds. So as far as the violence procuring it. So that being said, it's one of the most powerful and intense stones you can have. It really had a profound imprint, if you will, on me when I right? So it'll be interesting to see if anybody else has any kind of, super intense things that come up for them. It can even help with psychic work and meditation. So like I said, when I used it to meditate, I believe this is the one that I did an astral projection on. I haven't astral projected in 12 years, I think, something like that. And boom, that was one of the things. I was often flying. It was kind of crazy. I haven't experienced that in such a long time that it was a little unnerving, but I knew exactly what it was within just a few minutes of the dream. So for me, when I dream, some people don't remember their dreams. I remember quite a few of them, especially the ones that I control. I have been able to do astral projection since I was about 11, and when I am in my dreams, I actually can divert attention to something else if I am afraid in the dream, or I can rewind, if you will. I can fast forward. I have all 5 senses when I'm in my dream. It's really kind of crazy, and I've been able to do that since I was between 11 and 13, but it got a little more profound shortly after that. So kind of crazy, but this stone really brought a lot of that back. So that was pretty fun. It helps cleanse and activate your chakras. It will open your mind. It has an intensity to it, and therefore it's really great for using it as a healing stone. It's a very intense healing stone. A lot of crystal healers, their reactions to it are that of, you've got to be very careful when you're dealing with this stone. Not careful in the sense of something bad is going to happen, but more in the sense of you might not know exactly what you're working with, and you may get blown out of the water when you realize the significant energy difference that you'll feel with it. So when working with the stone, you'll be more confident with your approach to problems. I did notice with myself personally that I was way more focused at work with some situations that were happening as far as like my internal knowledge and my confidence in myself, and it was really like, I knew exactly what I needed to do, how I needed to do it, and why, and I was able to pretty fluidly explain that to my clients, and it was not something that I'm normally able to do. I have a very bad memory, and I have a lot of situations that have happened in my life that have created a lot of trauma. So when I try and do a specific process, if I'm working with somebody, 9 times out of 10, I'm able to communicate just fine. But if it's something that's fact-based and I'm trying to really help people understand it, I can have some difficulty being able to have it flow, and remembering certain terms and relaying information most of the time is absolutely wonky for me. So for this specific stone to have the effect that it did was very eye-opening for me, and I'm almost tempted to make a necklace out of it so that it can help me forevermore. So, so without getting too much more off of topic, you'll be able to see more clearly without getting lost in a sea of emotions. So that was one of the things for me, was that it really brought down my world and my emotional distraughtness, if you will, with certain situations that were happening that were trauma-based. Really helped me focus and stay on task with those emotions in play and not be completely distressed out of my mind with it, which can happen a lot. So it can give you back your balance after you lose it because of traumatic experiences or painful episodes. It can help bring you back to neutral ground. It protects your well-being, your heart, and helps you realize your path that is needed, and that it is needed. It enhances romance, intimacy, and passion. Mediating can be very intense with this stone. Meditating can be very intense with the stone. and it may not be good on a regular basis because of its intensity level. It can drain you. It can drain you, and it can make you feel exhausted. I do remember that the next morning that I did not wake up refreshed. I woke up like I was literally running in my dream all night. It was the craziest combination of effects. It was really profound. If you pair it with, here's another word, it's SCOLECITE, so scolecite. I haven't done any research on that one, but I had to write it down because it was an interesting crystal I hadn't heard of before. And it will be a more peaceful and loving experience after using it. Wearing it on your body, it will keep you in a constant state of awareness. So for people looking for mindfulness and awareness of their daily tasks and their daily life, this is a really great stone to help you become more aware. You pair it with hematite and red jasper or black tourmaline for healing. So in your crystal grids or your body floor grids, it would be really great with that. If you pair it with hulandite, I'll be mutilating that one too, or herderite, its high vibration can stimulate positive brain changes and really help your energy flow get going. Green seraphinite will bring about very special angelic connections. So if you're looking for, like I am an angel tarot card reader, and my set here by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine, I've noticed, I haven't done a reading yet with the Phenakite, but I've really noticed my piqued interest in it, and until I knew about this stone, I didn't even think about it. But being that it's here in my office, I do notice every now and then I kind of wander that direction with thinking about using it. So that's going to be my next task. Instead of just sleeping with it like I did, I'm going to try using it in my tarot cards. So maybe down the road in another video I will let you know how that turns out. So never underestimate its power. It's extremely high vibration energy stone. So please do your research with it before you use it. Get the knowledge to really kind of figure out what's going on with the stone before you use it just willy-nilly, because it can drain you. And if you're not used to it, you're not going to know where it's coming from. It's like a freight train in the dark. It's a must-have if you want to experience spiritual advancement and personal growth. So I personally love this stone. I am trying to find bigger pieces of it. However, it's pretty expensive. So, and more of the rare stone. But anyway, I hope that gives you some insight on our Phenakite stone today. And I hope that if you are interested, subscribe to my channel, leave me some comments, tell me where I can find more information, give me more information. I want to know if you've used any of the stones I've talked about so far, or if you're using another stone that you want me to journey along with you on, please let me know. Give me any information. I am a wealth of knowledge. At the same time, I am a sieve. It just goes through me like crazy. I just want to know. I want to know. So, this is Emily signing off today for Phenakite, and I will be bringing in petrified wood next. So anyway, thank you, my lovelies, for tuning in. There goes my speech pattern. I'm going to let you go, and thank you again. I will talk to you soon. Bye, my lovelies.